the dinner, I'm the same man, dig. Let's go. I can kick it with a lame ass nigga. Let's go. You ain't with me, you the same as the nigga thinking about my chain, man.
Ayy, it's about time I start breaking them off. Lots of thotties who begging to fuck me, but I ain't got time to start breaking them off. Let's go. Only bought it cause it was a ticket. I can't even spell the design I bought. Put a dick in the Glock and knock out your mouth. Pussy boy better watch how you talk. I'ma show him, he said I ain't with it. Hey, my gun out the window, can't go like no bitch if he sending some shots on my shoe back.
Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy Real Gaming, back with another video. So look, man, before we get straight into the video, I'd like to start by saying thank you for all my current and new viewers taking the time of their day to stop by. Helps out the channel, so really, thank you. In this video, I'll be going over all my loadouts relating to Ice's single target, melee, and on top of that, its range. Also going over EOG spam and covering Arctic Gust, especially since a lot of people don't tend to use it anymore, which I don't know why. Also covering Ice Elemental for single target, mainly because a lot of people are curious as to how much damage it can do now. Overall, there's a lot for us to go over and cover throughout this video, so hey, if you guys are ready, make sure you guys hit that like button, share the content, possibly subscribe if this video helps you out. Go in the comment section, let me know your feedback or your thoughts about the video. I respond and reply to all the comments, so hey, start a conversation with me. But let's get straight into the video. Getting into it, let's start off with the melee loadout. Now for starters, we are using Frost Slam and Ice Boulder Strike, then Sonic Cry and Neo Venom, which you could use Blizzard if you would like, then finally Wintry Tempest and Reflection. As for the movement and weapon type, we have 1 point into our rifle and 1 point into our movement mode. These are my iconics, and finally for the stat points, we have the top 2, and then finally max out the might and power. Now getting into the melee rotation. As for artifacts, we are running the Amulet transformation card and also the Solar. Artifacts don't really matter as long as they're above 160, and on top of that, I would recommend all my viewers to run the Amulet, mainly because Ice doesn't have that up-to-date damage like it used to. As for the moves on the rotation, the only thing that's being affected by the PI is Ice Boulder Strike. With only having one move affected by PI gives you flexibility within your loadout, which allows you to possibly replace Wintry Tempest or Snow Devil, or even replace both of them for Supercharge Spam. Speaking of Supercharge Spam for Ice is actually really valuable. The Supercharges I would recommend you guys to use are Speed Drain and Bloom, but obviously Blizzard does do a lot of damage, so if you would like to replace one of them, then feel free to. Artifact wise, the main artifacts you'll be needing are the Eye of Gemini and the transformation card. That third artifact slot can be used as a filler, so you can use the Scrap of the Soul Cloak or the strategist card, but I would prefer the scrap if you don't have too much generation for supercharge, but still. Overall, as far as the loadout, the moves are simple as far as left to right, and the damage is still looking nice, averaging 100k on every parser. Something that you can actually do to replace the loadout's efficiency is replace Sonic Cry for the supercharge generator, and what that would do is actually allow you to consistently grow supercharge, but at the same time, you would need the Scrap of the Soul Cloak just to maximize that supercharge you're gaining. Now covering Ice's range loadout, for moves we have Heat Vision and Ice Boulder Strike. Also we have Avalanche and Neo Venom, which you could use Blizzard if possible. Finally Snow Devil and Reflection. You can replace Snow Devil for Sidekick and also replace Reflection for the weapon buff. Getting straight into the rotation, just clip Wintry Tempest and your Reflection together. Start off with your Ice Boulder Strike, mainly because that's the main move being affected by PI, then continue through the rotation like so. Something that we all need to understand about Ice is it's an add power, not a single target power, so it's going to do more damage on groups of adds rather than maybe 3. Your first rotation should be the lowest parser just because you're popping Wintry Tempest, applying the PI, getting everything started, but like so the damage should continue to rise. As for the loadout itself, the 3 main moves that are doing damage are Ice Boulder, Heat Vision, and Avalanche, which Heat Vision can be replaced by Freezing Breath and Avalanche can be talked about with Arctic Gust. Now when using both moves, I say Avalanche is a lot better only in mid-range loadouts and being paired with another move. Arctic Gust is more of a selfish move because it will rather do all the damage on its own and have all the dots ticking at the same time. Now let's talk about Arctic Gust for a little bit. Arctic Gust was once a move back in the day that did damn near a lot of damage. I mean, it carried Ice to being one of the best powers in the game. Back in the day, the way Arctic Gust worked was you would clip all your shields together, even Wintry Tempest and Snow Devil, and Arctic Gust would hit for 100-200k just for having all the buffs being applied. So I tried taking this loadout into a similar direction, even though the moves don't give you the buffs like they used to back then, but still. As you guys see with the parsers, I am averaging 100k every 10 seconds, so pretty high damage. And I did say Arctic Gust was averaging 200k, which what I mean by 200k was back then during the advanced mechanic days of DC. ISO is king of DPS, and what made it king was Arctic Gust, just because it had 15 hits to do 100k, 100k, 100k every time it hit the enemy. Overall, for all my players using this power, use Arctic Gust. It does a lot of damage, and on top of that, it can be used in a melee way. Getting into the single target loadout, move wise we have Heat Vision and Frost Blast, Ice Boulder Strike and Ice Elemental. Finally we have Wintry Tempest and Ice Bash. Okay, getting started with the rotation, the main focus of the loadout is Frost Blast and Ice Boulder Strike, mainly because these are your two main moves affected by the PI. Heat Vision is more of just that move that does damage, hence the reason why I'm jump canceling Heat Vision all the time, and on top of that I'm trying to get off my Frost Blast and Ice Boulder Strike as much as I can. As for the artifacts, I am running the Solar, Transformation card, and the Strategist card, but understand you may run the Amulet if you want. Now speaking about Ice Elemental is really strong just because it does a lot of damage with Frost Blast, allowing you to hit over 300k. On top of that, you should be able to use Frost Blast within 3 rotations, so hey man, before you deform, make sure you hit it. Now my opinion about Ice Elemental is only good just because of Frost Blast. Back in the day, Ice Elemental was used in a way of popping all your moves, popping Ice Elemental, returning back to your human form, and then doing all your damage with Arctic Gust, which was some meta. But nowadays, things have changed, and obviously things can't stay the same. But overall, this is my damage, so hey, hopefully you like it, but still, let's move on. As for gear mods, these are the mods that I am currently running with. The only mods you should worry about are obviously your legs, which I am running Wintry Tempest for my restorative piece. On top of that, you should also focus on your chest, especially if you're running Scrap of the Soul Cloak, which you cannot stack extended supercharge with that. Okay, so we are approaching the end of the video. Hopefully everybody made it to the very end, but once again, please hit that like button, possibly comment or subscribe. Also, go in the comment section, let me know your guys' thoughts or feedback. But I'm about to let the gameplay play out, and I'll catch y'all boys in the next video. Tune in, Gadgets is next, so hey, that's a banger. I'll see y'all boys next time. Take care.
Choose your fighter.
LAKEY inspired. Fight.